Restoration project. If you're watching the video, you probably have already opened this up, and you'll notice that there is a download button for the instructions, and also you need to download the picture. So go ahead and click on the download button for the instructions, and then click on the link to the picture and download it from Canvas. So you have both of them ready. I would personally put the instructions off to the side, so having them open off to the side here so that you can look at them while you're working would be best. You can also do the same thing with the video that you're watching so that you can be working simultaneously. We're going to go into Photoshop, and I have downloaded the Abraham Lincoln, but I need to create a file for it to go in. So I'm going to go up to New File, and we're going to make an 8.5 by 11 inch artboard with 300 resolution, and we are actually going to use RGB for this. I'm going to convert the file name to Photo Restoration Project. I just want to make sure I spell this right. Restoration. Okay. When we're restoring a photo, what we're doing is we're trying to make it look like it's original by taking away scratches, torn pieces, dust, marks, maybe watermarks, things that have damaged the photo. So we're going to go to File, Place Embedded, go to our downloads, click on the original picture. I would put it into the corner and then stretch it out. You don't want to try to fit it perfectly like this because he now has been distorted. So just kind of take him off the side. Click OK or Return. And now we're ready to use our tools. Over here to the side, if you hold down the Band-Aid, we have a whole list of tools. We have studied the spot healer, the healing brush, the patch tool, and then we also have what's called the clone stamp, which is here. The other one that I want to show you in the video, which we aren't learning in the instructions previous to this project, is the remove tool. But we're going to start with our spot healer. The spot healer brush is perfect for this background. If you make it medium sized, you can just simply come in here. Oh, it'll give you this message to rasterize. Go ahead and click OK. You can simply just go ahead and remove areas. And the thing to remember about this tool is that you want to not make it too big. A lot of times students will have a tendency to want to do this quickly, so they'll make their brush really, really big and then click down, and then you end up actually smudging things. Don't swipe across either. I know that seems like something that would work, but we want to try to be as patient as possible. The other thing that doesn't work is if when you're up to an edge like this and you click, it can actually tweak the image. So you have to be careful that you are coming in and making your brush small enough when you get to an area like this. This brush is trying to seek pixels around it, so we want to make sure that it's not too big and grabbing things that are outside of the circle. That's the spot healing brush. The healing brush works the same, except that when you use it, you have to hold the Option key down and select the pixel that you want to suck up or capture. It's acting more like an eyedropper. So I'm going to grab this color or this shade, click on it, and then I'm going to click on the area that I'm trying to cover. That plus sign is showing you exactly where it's taking color from. And when it starts to take parts of colors that you don't want, then you go ahead and just move, like down here. Let's say this is a darker area. I wouldn't want to go in here with this color. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Option key, grab that color, and then use the color that works best for that area. Okay, that's your healing brush. Your patchwork tool works where you grab the part that you want to change and then drag it to the part that you want it to look like. Be careful though, because if you grab it and you move it to somewhere over here, it's actually going to capture that, which is opposite of what you want to replace that selection with. So it does work like a selection tool. And just grab it and move it over. When you're done with it, you can go ahead and reselect, or you can hit Command D to turn it off. The clone stamp works very much like the healing brush in the fact that it needs to be told what you want to clone. So I am going to hold down my Option key, clone this section, and then move that section over. So Option, click down, click down. Okay. The Remove tool is the tool that is new, and it works fantastic for big areas like this. So when I'm using my Remove tool, I'm going to glide it across the area that I want to take away, and then it magically takes those areas away. Now, it's not perfect, but it took away a big chunk of an area that I didn't want. So now I could go in with my extra tools, such as the spot healer brush, or maybe the healing brush on small. And maybe I want to grab this color and then just put it right on top of that scar. Okay. The brackets next to the P are what I'm using to make this bigger and making it smaller. The left one is smaller, the big one, or the right one is bigger. Okay, for this part of the video, I want you to go in, remove scratches, remove the spots. The thing you want to avoid is blurred out sections. You want to keep the integrity of Lincoln's wrinkles and all the areas of shadow on his face. I would not come in here with a solid color and click right down onto his wrinkle. That's gonna make his face look younger, and it's gonna get rid of that concave shadow we have here. So just be aware of that. Don't put spots all over his face. Don't make it look like he has a spray tan or he has some type of chicken pox or smallpox. We want this to be renewed to its original glory. So be very patient and gentle as you go through the photo. When we add color during part 2, if the spots were done incorrectly, like you corrected this wrong, you are going to see all those imperfections. You may not see them now, but you will see them later, so be patient. When you're done with this, you're going to save it just as a PSD, regular Photoshop file, and then in part 2, we'll go over how to add the color.